If you pay attention at all to what's going on in college campuses today, you would agree with me that there's a crisis when it comes to the idea of free speech. It's something that I grew up just thinking was a given. I just assumed that everybody agreed with it, right, left. It didn't matter what side of the political spectrum you sat on. But if you pay attention today, I think you realize that there's a problem there where some people don't really support free speech as much as they used to, perhaps. Where does that start? One of the areas that I practice in particularly is with public schools in Pennsylvania. And I want to tell you just 3 quick stories about 3 cases that I just did this year. And we can kind of see this free speech crisis is starting at younger and younger ages. So the first one is a school district that was around the Johnstown area. A little girl who was about in 2nd or 3rd grade brought in Halloween candy during a Halloween party. And on the candy that they were handing out to classmates, she had a little poem that had John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, integrated into the poem. She wanted to hand this out to her friends. This is something that she and her parents do at their own home. The teacher saw this, confiscated all the candy, brought it to the principal's office. And they talked, and they said, well, surely you can't hand this out, because today we kind of have this problem where people think that religion in schools has to be treated like it's asbestos, right? What do you do if you see asbestos in a school? Well, you put up the plastic, you cordon it off, you bring in the hazmat team, and you get rid of it, right? That's how they treat religion. So they called the parent, and they said, they can't pass this out. We were able to get involved, and legally we were able to resolve that problem. The good news in that case is the solicitor for the school district, this isn't the good news, but the good news is coming, he called other superintendents of school districts that he represented and asked them, what would you do in this situation? Do you think they should be able to pass this out or not? And without fail, everyone that he called said, no, they shouldn't be able to do that. So we wrote the letter explaining what the law is and what they're required to do. And so after he received that, he said, I really appreciate this, because now I can send this out to all of my other school districts too, to make sure that they're doing the right thing. Fast forward to February of this year, we had another school district up in the Erie area, Valentine's Day party. A little kid brought in Valentines that they handmade in the shape of a heart. It said, roses are red, violets are blue. Someone loves you, here's a clue, John 3:16. Okay, so the teacher, again, like clockwork, confiscated it, brought it to the principal. The principal said, you can't do this. Principal called the mom and said, Mom, you can't hand out something that has a religious reference on it. This is a public school, right? It's like asbestos. So here's what I'll do for you. I'll cut off the bottom, and then they can hand it out. And she said, that's going to be weird because it's heart-shaped. It's not going to look like a heart anymore. And besides, it's not going to have a clue. The answer to the clue is gone, so they're going to think my kid loves them. It's weird, right? We got involved again, and we were able to resolve that problem. Another case just here locally, Mechanicsburg School District, the Bible Club, in the beginning of the year wanted to put up a poster that had a Bible verse on the bottom of the poster announcing when their club meetings were. And the principal told them, I'm not going to let you put up that poster with the Bible verse. You have to remove it first. So we got involved. We were able to help that get resolved. A little later on in November, they wanted to have people sign a poster that said what they're thankful for. And when they came up to the table, wrote down what they're thankful for on this poster, they would also be offered a free Bible. And so the school said they were not permitted to do that. They asked permission ahead of time. They were denied. Unfortunately, that case, the school and the school board dug in their heels, and we ended up having to go to court. We filed litigation. We filed motions for preliminary injunctions, and we ended up getting a preliminary injunction from the court in resolving that. So there's a problem, and we see it in the college campuses. I think a lot of conservative outlets publish things about this, but what I hope to let you all know that it's happening at younger and younger ages. So it's important. These kids, they believe that if they hear something that offends them, that needs to be stopped. If we start teaching them at younger and younger ages how to deal with stuff that they disagree with and understand that free speech for something you disagree with protects your own speech as well, we're going to be much better as a nation.